Well, today was a bit of fun. It was actually windier than this morning. It wasn't as pleasant, but we actually went offshore, chased a few snapper, which was good. First drop, we got onto a fish, as you'll see, and then someone snaked us and spot locked right on the mark I've been planning to take you to. So it sort of shut them down a bit, but that's all right. We come up with a plan B. Went and jigged up a few live baits. There's a nice little live bait ground not far off the end of the seaway here. We've got plenty of them. In fact, there's a few still in there. And went and fished for some jewies. First drop, got a banger. Probably went over a metre. And got another one, couple of pups after that. Had a heap of fun. And now I think we got a big shark at the end. And I'm spent. So called it a day, but geez, yeah, we had a bit of fun. And it wasn't nice out there. There was a bit of chop. And yeah, just quite relaxing in this thing. My name's Ben Smith, well, they call me Benny Fisher on Insta, and this is my 535C bar crusher. Bought this about 4.5 years ago. I'd had a lot of boats prior to that. Grew up here on the Gold Coast, Northern End as a kid, so I bought my first tinny when I was young, and of course progressed up. Bigger tinnies, had a centre console, a couple of other boats, and then finally got this. I bought this because I needed a boat that I could use by myself. I bought this because I needed a boat that I could run and afford to run economically, and I needed something that I could get out to sea in safety and get back home without having to worry about what was going to happen. Took me 3.5, almost 4 years to decide on this boat. I looked at every other conceivable boat on the market, spent plenty of time in boats, testing, out with mates, on big boats, small boats, all sorts of boats, but I just wanted something that could go on the back of the car, tow anywhere, whether it be up the coast of Fraser or down the coast of Coffs, but mainly for fishing out of here. And this thing just absolutely suited me down to a T. It's got everything I want. So this boat originally came with a Suzuki 90 horsepower, but about 2 years after I bought this particular hull was re-rated to 115. Now, there's nothing wrong with the 90. The 90 was great, very economical, did some massive runs in that. I went 2.5 hours out to sea here, deep dropping in 1,000 metres. But sometimes you just need that extra little bit of torque. So I opted for the bigger motor, the 115 horsepower Suzuki. Top speed, everybody wants to know what, top speed, but this boat gets to about 60-something k's an hour. And it wouldn't matter whether I had 150 or 200 on this boat, it's still going to get to about 60-something k's an hour. Do you want to go more than 60? No. I do about 40 most of the time, especially when you're out at sea. So that motor there gives me the torque I need to get across the bar safely. I back it off a bit, cruise out at sea all day long. This has got 100 litres of fuel. I've never used 100 litres. We spent 3 days travelling around Fraser Island, and I still had 10 litres left in the tank. That's how economical this rig is. So I think one of the main reasons I bought this boat is because I do all sorts of fishing. Primarily I love my snapper fishing, and I think that's number one. And this is absolutely perfect for snapper fishing, where everything's placed on the boat, the rod holders, the bait board, the whole lot. Snapper fishing is what I love, and it's perfect for that. But whether I'm going flathead fishing or filling up that live bait tank with liveys for a jewfish, because I enjoy live baiting. When you've got one of these, just as we did this morning, you can be out offshore, fish all day out there, come back in, think I'll stop somewhere on the seaway wall and catch a few jewies. If it's too rough, you can sneak up the creek, troll for some flatties, or anchor up in here for some whiting fishing. Fitted this boat out originally, as I said, with a 90. But a few years ago put this 115 on it, running a 19-inch stainless steel original Suzuki prop. Down underneath the back I've got my blue LED lights, underwater lights, which are great for squidding and things like that. Beside that is the 3-in-1 transducer that goes with the HDS Lowrance unit up the front. Also plugged into that is an AMR TM185 medium chirp 1 kilowatt transducer. Inside the boat, well, bait board is standard. It's got everything you want. It's got knife, pliers, cup holders, rod holders, and it's sturdy as. I've also got the ski pole that fits in there for the kids. Dual batteries. I went for a deck wash pump because if we're going for something with a bit of blood, it's always great to wash this out and just washes straight out the back. I put the tube mat down on the floor. In Queensland, the aluminium sometimes gets a little bit hot underfoot, but with this, it's soft and it's cool all the time. Got my slide along rod holders. They're a must. I love keeping my rods in there. Sometimes you put them up the top, risk of them getting hit by a tree and broken. Moving forward, this boat originally came with the standard seats. I went with the bolstered seats. They're just so much better. I don't think any boat should have anything but a swivel, sliding, bolstered seat. You need to be able to adjust your position when you're offshore, crossing bars, stand up, and then when you're out or cruising around in flat water like this, you can sit right down. Fusion stereo system with twin 6-inch speakers down the standard location, the 2 satellite speakers up the top, and I've put a 1000 watt amplifier and 1000 watt subwoofer up the front of this just to give it a bit of extra bass. This boat's so good, I don't know how long it's going to be before I get rid of it. I just love this thing. But if I come into money, the boat I will be getting is the 780 hardtop. I had the privilege of taking the one that Rod had up at AMC out for a run, and that's just something else. You know, I've been in all of the bar crushers, driven the whole range, but when you get in that thing, it's a whole different story.